12-volt systems on our towable units is a main component. If we don't have a good battery and a good charging system on our unit, a lot of components may not work. So we have things such as our jacks, our air conditioner, our furnace, many items that need 12 volts in order to operate the circuit boards. Some of these items may also need 110, so it's a combined source. So we need to ensure that our batteries are in great shape. This is where it all starts right here. We also have a converter system built into our units. That converter system will charge your battery when you're plugged into 15, 30, or 50 amp service at any campground or even at your house. So that will help keep your battery charged up. But if you're not plugged in and you don't have a solar system, then those batteries are going to begin to deplete and you will have low voltage. That converter system should be charging your batteries at about 13.5 volts. If you ever notice where you're plugged in and your lights are dim, come check that battery voltage on the red and black connections on that battery and ensure that you have good 12 volts, and if that charging system is kicked in, that you have 13.5 volts. Now that system may float and turn off and on when necessary, so just because it's not charging at the moment doesn't mean that the system is inop. Here we have our battery disconnect. When do we turn our battery disconnect off and on? Well, anytime we use our unit, whether we're trying to work our jacks, turn a light on, or anything of that nature, we should always have that battery disconnect on. If we are storing our unit not plugged in, then we need to turn that disconnect off, and this will cut that system off from most of the components inside your unit. In order for the battery to charge, if you store your unit while you're plugged in, you have to have that battery disconnect turned on. So make sure that anything that you don't want on inside your unit is turned off. So remember, battery disconnect on, meaning that it is engaging the battery whenever you're plugged in so it will charge, or when you're using it so you have the source. Turned off whenever you're storing your unit and not using it and not plugged in. So let's talk about our electronics, our lighting systems, and so on, our awning lights, our interior lights. Pretty much anything that we can control from these panels like this, or our light switches on the wall, are all 12-volt lights. These lights are going to be separate from your towable lights that your vehicle that you use to tow it produce energy to. These are all going to be within the unit. In the event that you have an issue with any of these lights, you want to check your 12-volt fuse panel next to your breaker to ensure that those fuses aren't blown. From there, then you want to go to the light itself and see if there's an issue there.